Okay, I'm going to do something a little different on this video. I don't have a real small chuck for my NC machine over there, and my father-in-law saved all the drill chucks off of hand drills, and I found this nice little Craftsman. I found two of them actually. I found this nice little Craftsman, and then I found this just a little slightly bigger Jacobs. I'm going to make this Jacobs eventually make a shank for my tailstock. Has to be a taper. This one here, I just want a straight shank, half-inch straight shank on it. So I need to turn up some shank with, it even tells you the threads on here. 3/8 24 thread on the end of it, stub on the end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that today. So the first thing I'm going to do, get some stock, which I found over here, which fits nice and snug into the hole, my NC collet, or it's not a collet holder, it's a posi lock holder. Fits really snug into my posi lock holder over there, so that's what I want. So what I'm going to do, take and lock this in here. Hopefully I'll get it to run true enough. I should actually put it in a 4-jaw and then dial it in. But we'll see how true it runs here first. We'll see how it runs to the shank. Or I mean how it... Let's see, I'll wipe this down, move this out of here, and then bring my little high stand over here. Still using it. It's getting loaded up, but it's still got some good stuff on, good area on it to wipe with. I finally fixed my readouts so it's more solid, so I can push the buttons without wiggling around, because that was bugging me. All right. So now we can just take this over here. I do like this little high stand, I'm telling you. I don't know what I've been missing all this time. All this time that I was going to make one and I never did, and someone gives me one instead. How lucky can I be? Alright. Get this set on 0 here. I do need to find a new shank and an indicator holder for it though. It's within a half a thou, so I'm thinking that it'll be okay. We'll see. If it doesn't work, well, let's see. Because that 3/8 diameter that I turn is going to fit into this. That's what's going to key it or clock it. And I'm thinking it's right at 3/8 too. Let me grab I'm going to grab a 3/8 dowel here. Yep, it will fit in there. So Turn the 3/8 diameter back. And how far do I want to turn it back? Yeah, thread's going there quite a ways. About that far. Yeah, right about there. So I'll go 700 thou. I can always trim it off if I have to. So we'll go 700 thou, a length of 700 thou of 3/8 material. We want sticking out there. Alright. I'll turn my readout on. It's turned off. Okie dokie, here we go. And I'm going to run it. Hasn't been running yet, so we're going to run our 200 here. Get the oil circulating. Get all the gears in there coated with oil before we kick her up. Alright, now we'll kick her up to 1,000. First off, I'm going to cut off the end. Zero at. We want to go 700 over. Touch the diameter. And take about 10. And zero that for now. And I might just fix it on the policy keep acting up on me. $200, $400, $5, $6, $7, Whoop. I just kind of fed out to get like a. So we are at 75, 92. 492. So we'll type that in. 0.492. Enter. Okay. All right. Now let's shoot for 375. Take it down to 400 first. I don't know what this material is. And I'm going to feed back out. And it should be at 400. Well, let's see. Actually, we got some taper on her. Let's take a 10 thou cut, and then we'll check her again. take her down to 390. Open the camera. Alright, let's see where we're at. It should be around 390. $390? $390? $390. We don't have any taper anymore, and it's right at what the readout's saying. Take her to 375. Actually, I'm going to go 375 and a half on the heavier side of that. A little go juice on it. Then I'll just check the chuck to make sure it slides on there. Now, we'll just check and make sure that the chuck will slide onto that keying diameter so that it keys correctly. Oh yeah, that'll work. It also will work for the threads. And we want to stay a little ways away on the threads. I'm wondering if I should put a groove in it. I got a grooving tool set up here anywhere. I did have for a while. I don't think I do anymore. I think I tore them all down. Oh, here we go. There's one. So we want to stay a little ways away so that that diameter has a chance to key on there. Maybe about there somewhere. I'm just flying by the seat of the pants here. Give myself a little more room than that. About double width of this. That'll work. Alright, a chamfer tool. Chamfering all the edges. Little chamfers up there. Bigger chamfer here. Now we set up for a 3/8 24. And a threading tool set up. Oh, nope. Oh, I got one laying here. I took it out the other day. Okay, set on 29.5, usually is. Yep. Turned all the way in. Okay, let's back up here so I can see what I'm doing. I got the compound turned all the way in, bottomed out. And I'm going to zero that. This is how I do threads. And this is straight, so I know that the tool bit is straight. We'll go ahead and lock that in. And then we'll go over here and we'll cut. We touched on that 3/8 diameter. I zero my readout. Then I have to go find the double depth. And on my fishtail, it's right here. That's what all the numbers are. And we're going to, what did I say? Is it 3/8 24? Where did I lay the chuck? It is, yep, 3/8 24 is correct. Find 24, and it's 54. 54 thousandths. So you take and we crank that in 108. Now that's finish. That is finish of that thread. Correct? Double depth. No. We only crank in 54. Been a while since I. There we go. 54. Set my. Oops! No, I cranked it back out. Damn it. 54. Leave that alone. You crank the compound out. Now I'll get my stuff set over here. I gotta go over to number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 24 is C. So it's A, B, C. Okay. We want to go into turn the feed off, jog it so I can get this in. And we don't want to go that fast. I'm gonna go be cautious. I'm gonna go to B1, which is 70. There we go. Alright. I'm going to get my safety glasses on. I don't have my glasses on. I don't usually do that, run a machine without my safety glasses on. Wow. Now that I can see without glasses. Alright, so now I'll crank the compound in until it touches. Right there. Take note of the reading. Back up a little bit. Come out. Start her up. Crank it in. So I'm taking about a 10-thou cut. And we'll go on 1. No, I wasn't touching apparently. That's okay. So we were at 75. So now I'm going to go to
85. Put a little stuff on there too. Here comes the one. After that. Oops. Another 10 thou cut. Missed my one. The reason I do it this way with the compound, because now you're turning it in at an angle and you're only cutting on the leading edge, so you're not putting as much tool pressure on. If you go straight in, you're putting tool pressure on both sides, and you got a lot more tool pressure. So this way you get less tool pressure. The very last cut, just to clean it up, I'd go straight in a little bit, just to clean it up. Yeah, I missed my one the first time around. You know, a lot of people don't understand why you want to use the compound. Well, that's why. Because you're turning in an angle, you're only cutting on the leading edge. You're not cutting on the trailing edge. And puts a lot less tool pressure on. Now when I get to where this is bottomed out at 0, I know I'm there. Or I should be anyway. I think there'll be one more cut here, and then a freebie. Free pass. And now we're bottomed out. That's what I did last time and then I missed my one. We'll see how it fits, or if it'll fit. Might have to hit the file because that major diameter was right at 375, and we don't really want the major diameter to be at that. We want to give it a little room to breathe. Shot of air. Clean the chips off. Okay, let's see. There we go. It's nice snug threads. First try. Oops, that's not, that drill chuck doesn't, I mean that key doesn't fit. It's a nice snug fit. I mean it's not a loose fit at all. I might have to take a little off though. Not going quite all the way on there. Well, that's a nice threads, if I do say so myself. But I'm running out of threads down there before, so I got about maybe 50 thou. So I'm gonna have to take 50 thou off of that. So I gotta shift this out of gear, take that out of gear, and that out of gear, and that out of gear, and put it back into 1,000. There we go. And my facing jewel. Okay. Hopefully it was recording all that. I know I tried to show threads before, but my camera was acting up, so I never did get a good video of the way I thread. That's the way I cut threads. It's the way I was taught to cut threads, and that's the way I've always done it, and I've never had a problem with it. It's always came out. If it didn't come out right on, it come out damn close every time. Unless you screw up and go, 54 double. No, that's why it's called double depth. Nice chamfer on that, and we'll see if we can thread her on all the way this time. I should blow that chips off of that. Come on. Yep, that's cross-threaded. What's going on here? Messed up that first thread even with the chamfer tool. And this drill chuck will be put on the NC strictly. It'll strictly be over there. There we go. Now it's sheeting up there nice. All right, cool. Now, I want to know how long a shaft I want to leave on there. Let me grab the posi lock. Grab the posi lock here. And let's check how long that shank can be right to there. So it's 1 inch 600, so we're going to go in 1 inch 500. Go with standard length. I should take that off there. Anyway. Don't really want to leave that on there. Fast. All right, 1 inch 500. That'll work. That'll work right there. Part her off. Part off tool. I don't need the thin one. I want the thicker one. Inch 500 approximately. Right there. I don't think we want to part that off at 1,000 RPM though. That might be a little spooky. Let's go to 600. That's only 400 more less, but it seems like it's... Camera stopped. So I just put it in and I parted it off. I don't know where the camera stopped at, so I put it in and I parted it off, put it in there, chamfered this back edge, and then checked it in the posi lock. It fits snug, but it fits, and that's what I want. I want it to fit snug. And I was just in the process of threading it on, and when I looked up and the camera was stopped. Ugh. Put it in here. Oh, I should take and mill a flat on there for that screw. I think I will. I'll take and mill a flat on that across there so that it can be, so that the screw doesn't gouge in and then you can't get it back out. So we'll go over here to the mill. To turn you around here. Uh-oh, the cord. Are you looking at the ground? Get these stuff. Okay. All right, here you are. So V-block. V-blocks and probably a parallel one to hold it up. Hold it up a ways. There. That. Yeah, I think that'll work. Get it unscrewed here. Screwed on. It's nice when you can hold on to it, but you can't hold on to it. I'm over on the lathe chucking it in the collet here. Like I said, the major diameter of this might be just a thou or two over. Alright. Down in here, this in here. Am I going to get down here with a net? No, can't do it that way. Poop. Poop, can't do it that way. I'm going to have to just clamp it like that. I hate clamping it just like that, but that's what we're going to have to do. Oop. Come back here. Place handle. Put parallel up there so keep it straight. Well, how many times you gonna do that? You putz. Alright, now put it over here. Snug it up. 1/2 inch end mill here with the radius. I should do that one for the lathe over there too. I keep complaining that I'd like to have a smaller drill chuck over there, and I don't And I got one, just need the big shake for it. Just want to make sure that I don't hit my vise. All right, here we go. I think my belt is loose or something here. I hear a little bit of a rattling sound. Where it's coming from. Alright, now I'll have to try. It didn't roll up a burr like I thought it would. Anyway, I don't feel a burr other than on the end. Okay, let's see if that goes back in here. Where did I lay that thing at? Oh, it's over here. Over on the lathe again. Stumbling here. Swear I was drinking. I can't drink anymore. Can't have alcohol or coffee. Can you believe it? With my medicine. So the caffeine reacts to my medicine and alcohol reacts to my medicine, so I wasn't one that had to rely on alcohol anyway, so no big deal, I guess.